We'll talk about it
All right,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, welcome. We're going to get started. Tonight is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. This is the Board of Education Caldwell-West Caldwell reorganization meeting. The annual reorganization meeting of the Caldwell-West Caldwell Board of Education is held in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act and NJSA 10:4-6, aka Sunshine Law. Notices have been sent to the Progress, Caldwell, New Jersey Star Ledger, Newark, New Jersey, and Tap Pinto, West Essex, at least 48 hours in advance of this meeting. Notices have also been posted at the Board of Education Business Office, Harrison School Building, 104 Gray Street, West Caldwell, New Jersey, and have been sent to the Business Administrator, Borough of Caldwell, and Business Administrator, Township of West Caldwell for posting. The Board of Education meeting will be streamed live. All community questions and comments will be welcome in person at the James Caldwell High School cafeteria. So we can start with the Pledge of Allegiance. We all stand up, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To start the meeting, I'm going to announce the results of the most recent election for Board of Education members. The two candidates for a combined total for Caldwell and West Caldwell for votes. Marisa Landolfi Jefferson had 1,740 votes. The next candidate had John King, had 1,283 votes. So at this moment, we're going to administer the oath of office to the new board member, Marisa Landolfi Jefferson, Ms. Landolfi Jefferson. Typically, the oath is administered by the board secretary for the district or for the Board of Education. But we are allowed, certain members, including practicing New Jersey attorneys, are also allowed to administer that oath. So tonight, I welcome Mr. Joseph Zichelli. Works with Ms. Landolfi Jefferson, and he is going to administer that oath to Ms. Landolfi Jefferson.
No, the cameras. I just want to make sure you're facing the camera.
Before I administer, I just have to say how lucky this board is to gain Marisa for service. I have the great pleasure of working with her every single day. As the rec director in Cedar Grove, you are getting someone who has the work ethic that seriously is the best in Cedar Grove Town Hall. Her attention to detail is second to none. She runs our pool, she runs our rec programs. She does more things for this township than I can care to say. You should all be very, very lucky to have her joining this board. I know she's going to do a great thing for the school, the students, and the residents of these two great communities. So with that, I get this great honor of administering the oath. You want to read it? It's probably better.
I, Marisa Landolfi Jefferson, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will adhere true faith and allegiance to the same and the government established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people. So help me God. I, Marisa Landolfi Jefferson, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of the Board of Education, and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19:4-1, nor disqualified due to conviction of any crime or offense listed in NJS 18A:12-1, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Okay, Miss, you want to take a picture first? We'll take as a board, then we'll take with your family. Come with us too. Let's do it all together. And this, let me just present this to you too.
threw my
Okay.
bag in that room.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to do a roll call to start the meeting. For attendance, Mr. Diambola,
Here.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson,
Here.
Ms. Grosso,
Here.
Ms. Mack,
Here.
Ms. DiMartini.
Here.
We have 5 members present, 0 absences. We have a quorum. Annually, we pass out this acknowledgement called a code of ethics. It's required by law. We give to the board members. Let's take a second and glance at it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you have a second, I guess, I think you just can fill this out. Give it back to me at the meeting, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So at this point in the meeting, we're going to we're going to elect officers for this year, president, and then the president will conduct the election for the vice president. So at this point, I'm going to call for a nomination for the president of the board.
I would like to nominate Julianne Grosso as president for the board.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. All in favor for the nomination, ayes? Aye. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All against, nay. Abstention, 0. Okay, motion carried. There being no further nominations for board president, the nomination was closed on motion by, close the nominations. A motion, please.
I'll make a motion to close the nomination.
And a second, please.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against? Nay? Abstentions? Okay, motion carried. So at this point, we're going to do a roll call vote for the nomination for Ms. Grosso for president of the Board of Education for Caldwell-West Caldwell. Mr. Diambola,
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. DiMartini.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried. So at this point, the board secretary is going to relinquish the chair to the newly elected president to call for nominations for vice president.
Okay.
Congratulations, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I look forward to working with all of you again this year. So I'm very humbled, and I thank all of you. Okay, so I'm now going to call for nominations for vice president.
I would like to nominate Chris D'Ambola for vice president.
Great, thank you, Terry. Can I have a second, please?
And I'll second.
Thank you, Danielle. Do we have any other nominations this evening? Okay. If not, can I have a motion to close nominations for the vice presidency?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Terry. And a second?
I'll second.
Great. Okay, Brian?
All in favor for the close of nominations? Aye.
Aye.
All against, nay? Abstentions? Okay, motion carried.
Now we'll do the roll call
Now we do a
vote.
roll call vote. Yes,
Yep.
yes, please.
So Brian, can you take the roll for the nomination of Chris D'Ambola as Vice President of the Board of Education, please?
So we're going to actually do first I guess, a motion to call the vote.
Oh, sorry,
Yes,
can I have
please.
a motion to call the vote, please?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Terry. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Now, Brian, can you take the roll, please?
Yes, yes, thank you. Okay, Mr. D'Ambola,
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. DiMartini.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations. Great.
Is that we're missing personnel?
Okay. So Brian, are we ready to go through?
Yes,
Okay.
we have items 1 through 24, I believe.
Okay, so should I announce, go through all the
You can,
committees? Can we do that?
yes, you can actually do the committee appointments as well, and I have them recorded here, but you can announce them as well, yes.
So I'll do all the committee appointments, I'll do the delegates for all the, the School Boards Association, the county, and then I'll go through the negotiation teams, and then we'll do a whole vote for 1 through 24 based on what I read?
Yes.
That's okay to do that?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay, great. Okay, so just in the interest of the public who's here tonight, thank you for being here. Happy New Year. We're going to go through the school board appointments, okay? We're going to start first with the Board of Education committees, starting with curriculum and technology. Our chairperson this year will be Terry DiMartini Greenlee. Vice chair will be Marisa Landolfi Jefferson. The administrator is the assistant superintendent, Caitlin Jones. Finance and facilities, the new chairperson this year will be Danielle Mack. Vice chairperson will be Julianne Grosso, and the administrator for that committee is Brian McCarthy. Policy committee, the chairperson will be Terry Martini Greenlee. Vice chair will be Marisa Landolfi Jefferson, and the administrator is our superintendent, Dr. Conklin. Personnel committee chairperson this year will now be Chris D'Ambola, vice chair Danielle Mack, and the administrator on that committee will be Dr. Conklin. Board delegates to associations, the New Jersey School Board Association. Our delegate will be Ms. Greenlee, the alternate will be Mr. D'Ambola. Essex County School Boards Association, the delegate will be Ms. Mack, the alternate will be myself, Julianne Grosso. The Homeschool Association, we have it down here as a league, but really just the liaisons to the Homeschool Association since the league's been dissolved. Our delegate is going to be Ms. Marisa Landolfi Jefferson, okay? And Marisa will go through that afterwards, all right? And the alternate will be Ms. Greenlee. The James Caldwell High School Scholarship Fund, the delegate will be myself, Julianne Grosso, the alternate will be Ms. Greenlee. The legislative chairman for all school board activities will be Mr. D'Ambola as the delegate, and the alternate will be Ms. Mack. IEQ Safety Committee, the delegate will be Ms. Greenlee, and the alternate will be Ms. Jefferson, Landolfi Jefferson. Shared Services, delegate will be myself. The alternate will be Mr. D'Ambola, and taking Mr. Elko's place will be Ms. Mack in the case that Mr. D'Ambola or I cannot attend a Shared Services meeting. Board representatives for all negotiation teams. So the Caldwell-West Caldwell Education Association, on the negotiating team will be myself and Ms. Greenlee. For the Administrators Association, it'll be Mr. D'Ambola and Ms. Jefferson. For the Secretaries Association will be Mr. D'Ambola as the head, myself as vice chair. And the Caldwell-West Caldwell Custodians and Maintenance Association will be Ms. Mack and Mr. D'Ambola. Does that cover 1 through 24, Brian?
Actually, it's 1 through 25, I stand corrected.
Okay, great, great. Okay, so we'll just make a motion for the vote to approve all that?
Yes.
Okay, so can I have a motion to approve items 1 through 25 on this evening's agenda, please?
I will make a motion to approve items 1 through 25 on this evening's agenda.
Thank you. And can we have a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you, Danielle. And Brian, can you take the roll when you're ready?
Yes. Mr. D'Ambola,
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. DiMartini.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Okay. So now we are at public comments. Before I open to public comment, I just have a brief statement to read this evening. First of all, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year since our meeting opens differently with the reorg. So Happy New Year to everyone. And on behalf of the Board of Education, I want to extend a heartfelt welcome to our newly elected board member, Marisa. Let's give her another round of applause. Marisa, your unwavering willingness to sacrifice your time and energy towards the betterment of education for our children and the well-being of our community as a whole is truly inspiring. I'd like to share a quote by William Butler Yeats. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. As we step into this new year, let us unite now as a newly formed Board of Education to embrace fresh opportunities and overcome whatever challenges we may face as a board and as a community. To our students and staff who hopefully are listening and watching tonight, it is our hope that this new board will ignite a fire of knowledge and passion and endless possibilities for all of you. And may this new year, 2024, be characterized by collaboration, growth, and positive transformation. So again, on behalf of the board, welcome to the team, and here's to a positive road ahead, the 5 of us, okay? All good. Thank you. One more round of applause. Okay. So now we're gonna open up to public comments. I'm just gonna read our brief thing. So sorry, guys. Public participation may be governed by the following. Participant must be recognized by the presiding officer, must preface comments by an announcement of their name and address. Statements are to be limited to 3 minutes duration. Participant may speak no more than once on the same topic until all others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. Boards use the public comment period of the meeting as an opportunity to listen to citizen concerns, but not to debate issues or enter into a question and answer session or a cross-examination between the public and individual members. Be aware that not all issues brought before the board this evening will be resolved. Boards may respond to public comment by seeking additional information or by delegating the authority to investigate the issue to the superintendent or his designee. The presiding officer may interrupt, warn, and/or terminate a participant's comments if it exceeds the allotted time or is objectively obscene. Participants may be civilly liable for any obscene, defamatory, or slanderous statements made during public comment. That being said, does anyone have anything they'd like to get up to the podium to say this evening?
We did include this, yes.
Yeah, sure, please.
Visually.
That's okay.
So, my name is John Walker. My son goes to the middle school, and I have 2 kids at Jefferson. Jefferson doesn't need a lanyard. The high school doesn't need a lanyard. The middle school is the only one that requires a lanyard. If you look at the lanyards that are issued versus my daughter adopted, this is a key change, so I apologize. In another life, I used to be in charge of loading and unloading cargo ships at Port Newark. This is a OSHA certified. I wore this for 5 years at the docks at Port Newark. This is 2 months at the middle school. This has been tested to make sure nobody can be hurt or strangled if they get taught. You can see it's in great order after 5 years at Port Newark. I was on the Science Channel. You can watch it on Discovery Plus. Furthermore, when these are broken, our children have to go to the office and buy a new one. There's no record of receipt of where that money is going to. My son has come home twice now with new lanyards and no receipts. So I just wanted to bring it to the board's attention that only the middle school, no other school is required for this. It's definitely not OSHA certified. And you can see trying to get a 12-year-old boy to keep this thing not from breaking is next to impossible. And also, where is the money for the extra lanyards going to, and is there an account for it? No further questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Thank you.
Mr. Walker, could you send me an email tomorrow?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just so we could connect with some of the questions, so I could give you direct answers to those questions. Thank you.
Dr. Conklin, can you also advise if the high school uses lanyards? I thought they did, but I could stand corrected.
Well, I don't think they use them for their IDs. I think the middle school is the one that established that several years ago under Principal Brown. I wasn't here.
Yeah, that is correct. I just want to make sure that about the high school, because if we're going to investigate it, I'd like it to be both schools. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, yeah.
It's issued, but it's only enforced.
At the middle school, got it. Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. They don't force them to carry the IDs.
Right.
on them.
Any of the elementary.
They're not like this. They're not like me, who has a terrible habit of having this around their
Yeah.
neck all the time.
Okay, thank you for coming up, and we'll look into it. Thank you. Of course. Anyone else? That's good. Okay, good, then we are, let me just go to the end. So that's it. If there's nothing else, we're gonna close public comment, and I'm gonna ask for a motion for the board to enter executive session at 6:25 PM this evening.
I'll make a motion.
And can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Brian, can you take the roll?
Yes, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All against, nay. Abstentions? 5-0, motion carried.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Our next meeting is going to be January 22nd. Just as a reminder, for people here and listening, we're back to 2 meetings a month. So we'll have our working meeting and then our voting meeting. So our next meetings in January will be January 22nd and January 29th. I believe we're still at the high school.
Right, January 22nd and 29th will be at the high school. Stay tuned, the rest of the meetings will most likely be at each elementary school following that. So February will be at elementary, March at elementary, April at elementary, May at elementary, and probably June will be back at the high school. We usually end this here at June.
And we'll make sure we announce month to
Yeah,
month so you know where
absolutely.
we're going to be. A traveling troupe near you. Okay. Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.